this. Let's get rid of it. Let's get flowers closer together. How is everyone? Can you hear me well? Hello, Linda. Thank you, Linda, for your question. I have received your booking. By the way, I'm going to go through very quickly before we start. Whose booking got received, so you know that I got you. And we have Linda first. We have Desiree with 2 questions. So that's for the second part. Hi, Shelby. Thank you so much. Hope this is helpful. And that's sweet. I've noticed that for a lot of people, Sunday evenings work. If I'm not gonna be, somewhere out and about or come back home late, I'll try to do Sundays for your 7 to 10 day predictions. But summertime is coming, so probably some barbecues, spontaneous barbecues will be happening, so don't promise that. Okay, having a sip of water, let's start. We're gonna choose today from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and we're going to be focusing first on what is happening with your bodies, with your energy bodies, the next week and a half. Okie dokie. Okay, pile number 1. And actually, I'm going to be showing you the images today, but I won't show you the meanings of the cards. What I want you to do is to focus on the image that resonates with you the most. And for some of you, it may be a symbol that draws your attention. For others of you, it may be just a feeling or a color of these cards. So see which one you are drawn to. This is pile number 1. Let me put it in a way so that I don't give it away too much. Let's do that. I'm going to try and avoid this light above me. Number 2. And numbers 3. I will give you a bit more time, whoever is watching live, to choose your deck, to choose your pile. This is 1, 2, and 3. See which one draws your attention the most. We'll move this flower for this time being. Okay. All right, and let's go. Let's check in. What's happening with you next 7 to 10 days from now? Starting with group number 1, I'm going to let my people know. On pile 1 now. Okay. We're going to do a mixture of decks. I'll just be pulling blindly from the decks that I have next to me. Your main tarot deck will be the Gold Leaf Tarot. By the way, how are you feeling, Shelby? Are you better? We have the 4, we have the 3, we have the Let Go, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Lovers. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Empress. Nice. And we have from Healing and Clarity cards. Trigger statement, I will not forget. True statement, I open my heart. This is a hope card. Release the suffering and take another step forward, sweet one. With each step, you will see more light and healing. Okay, next week we're gonna have part number 1. What's happening with your body first? It feels like you're very focused on your mind. You're very focused on the timing. So next week I would more so pay attention to your schedules, what needs to be ticked off and at what time. If you are traveling somewhere, make sure that you are sure when you're supposed to be in specific places so that you're not late. I do think that for most of you, you're going to be very on point. But for those who've seen a pattern of struggling to be on time, or when you're rushing, you miss something, I would say be a little bit more careful with that. 3 of Autumn here says, you're most satisfying. Let me adjust the camera slightly because it is a little bit crooked. And I'll move you towards that way so that that light streak is not going to be showing as much. Well, it's still here. Okay, let's do something else. Sorry, I have to make sure that is good. Now, yes, perfect, perfect. We're gonna stick to this setup. Great. The 3 of Autumn says your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. Now, looking at these 3 cards, you're very business oriented next week, week and a half. You're very much, it's interesting because we have a bit of both. You're very much in your masculine in the beginning of the week, and then you're tapping into your feminine energy. So the beginning of the week may feel a little bit more intense. You have a lot to do, maybe to catch up, maybe you have a backlog, maybe it's just a lot for the beginning part of the week that needs to be done. Important decisions have to be made, as we can see here. I like how that petal of the flower, I don't know if you can see, just literally fell next to the Lover's card. So we will probably have to talk about love a little bit in this group. I'll put it right here since it wants to come into the shot. And the second half of your week is focused on your health and your well-being. Specifically here are the feelings, the emotional well-being. You want to nurture yourself. You may want to go to shops and buy something nice. You want to dress up. You want to look good wherever you go. I don't know why this is strange, but someone needs a new tracksuit or kind of casual set. I'm seeing a very nice one. Someone is going to be super happy what they find. This is just a metaphor that I'm getting. If you are going shopping next week, you're going to find a good deal. Basically, that's what this is saying. The quality is good and you are not ripped off. So if you've been thinking about planning going for shopping and you kept delaying it, I feel like the second part of the week next week is a good time to do so. Now, what else we got here? You have the Queen of Swords, the Baroque Queen. There was something to do here with your outfits and with the way you look or smell to people. I'm seeing someone wearing niche type of perfume or wanting to get a niche type of perfume, something that is not very commercial. You're focusing on your authenticity, and this is a nice thing to see here because I feel like with that authenticity, if you show it externally, like your clothing, your perfume, the way you do your hair, your makeup, it also attracts more of authentic people or situations in your life that you want to be a part of. So what you're doing is being seen, and it is going to create almost like a chain reaction here. Okay? Any tasks, responsibilities that, hi Casey, that have that you have to solve using not your creative part of brain but logical, it is best to do that up until Thursday, I'm seeing here, because you're going to be super on point and super focused. The second part of the week feels a bit more laid back, feels a bit more chill to me, and feels like you can have a lot more fun than in the beginning parts of the week. The beginning needs your focus. Okay, let's see what else. And where do your blessings lie? Okay. We have mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. So that's the time when we're going to talk relationship. Who is this individual? This is someone who is very focused on achievements right now, and very focused on their career, on their studies, could be both, seminars as well. Why is this person coming through here? It seems like they have an important vision that you could also benefit from. You will know more about it once it happens. Number 4 may be important. You may meet this person on Thursday or date that comes up to number 4. We also have the Maximus card. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? I feel like that's something that you learned in the past week or in the past couple of days. Next week, this is your main focus. That's why you have the Empress. You're literally feeding your soul, feeding yourself, and big on self-care. I've asked, where do your blessings lie? If you felt in the past that you are lacking something material or lacking, I don't know, even happiness, you were not super happy or you felt meh, next week we're going to have, remember, this is saying where the blessings are, so it's the opposite of the meaning of 5 of Pentacles. We feel that we have plenty, we feel that we filled the holes. Okay? Hi, Queen. Hi. Hi, Elevated Spirituality. Oh no, elevated spiritually, sorry. Okay, what else do I want to do here? I want to see, is there anything else from this deck that we need to focus on? Okay, that's what you're doing already. You have the Queen of Swords and you have the Speaker card. This is the same energy. This is saying focus on your voice. Your voice is being heard. This is a good time to lead meetings. This is a good time to make phone calls, especially the beginning part of the week. This is a good time to seek for business partnerships. The way you talk, the way you think, it is very clear, very direct, and very respected. Those who are struggling in terms of public speaking, I feel like next week is going to be much easier for you, especially if you have to attend something and be a person who talks. So that's what I got for pile number 1. Let me clear this up and we'll continue with pile number 2. Bear with me. Okay, group number 2. Here you are, your main card. Let's get more information. What can you expect happening next week? We're gonna have, what is the energy looking like? And where do your blessings lie? Okay. We have the total submersion. We're gonna look at that in a minute. We have 8 of Winter, which is the 8 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Death card. We have the Ubuntu card, Compassion for Others. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one because we have a couple of heavy cards here. And not to say that this is bad, but some of you may be already feeling a little bit meh, uninspired. Maybe there's something happening where I'm seeing someone laying down and thinking about what they still need to do, or something that needs to be resolved. And this may kind of this may transpire to the next week a little bit as well. Now, the good thing here is that you have a Death card, meaning some of the issues that you may have had, especially if you felt like you are trying to go against the current, or if you constantly felt like there is something is not enough, I need more, I feel like I'm starving. Maybe your soul was starving, maybe you were literally not having enough resources. Next week is actually the week when you are being asked to open your eyes and to see what opportunities you have instead of seeing none. Okay, instead of focusing on what is heavy, next week you're being invited to focus on the plenty that you have around you, not looking at some of those holes that you may want to fill right now, because I feel like that's really not beneficial. It doesn't invite any change. It just kind of keeps some of you in a loop of meh. Eight of Winter, it says, it's so easy to convince yourself that you are trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. So freedom is the big deal here. Even looking at this Five of Pentacles from the El Goliath deck, it seems like these two horses haven't moved for a really long time. They kind of given up in a way. And you're being asked not to stay in this energy for way too long. And you may feel that already with a Death card that change is coming. You may not know exactly when or how this will happen. I feel like it's a lot to do for you with your thoughts. You are the one who can make changes with 3 and 2, which comes up to number 5 in total submersion. Bye, Shelby. Total submersion, by the way, says, don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. So what we are doing here, instead of giving up on something in particular next week, we are finding the strength and determination. Where your power lies also is where your blessings lie. With the Page of Cups is the curiosity. Next week, be curious, ask questions. Like the kids are. They want to smell the flowers, they want to touch the soil, they want to touch the stone. Your cards are asking you to be a little bit more curious. And also playful. I feel like some of you really need to laugh a little bit more. Meet a friend next week we're gonna have, or a group of friends or family member with whom you always have a good laugh. I feel like you need to lighten up next week, especially if you'll feel that, hey, middle of the week feels a little bit rough to me. For me, after work, if you can organize something fun, even if you'll feel like, oh, I just want to head home, shift your energy basically. You're being asked to shift your energy and shake it off, shake something off here. See, some of you next week, you are being called to be a little bit more compassionate for the self here. I feel like you've been a little bit too rough on yourself, or you will be. Next week we're gonna have, and focus on some of the things that you truly are proud of. This is a week where we are finding or rediscovering, strengthening our self-confidence. This is not the week to think about something in particular that you don't have obsessively, because it may keep you in a loop for way too long than you have to be there. What else is important? We have access, clear thinking. Exactly. That's exactly what you need. So what helps you have a clear mind? What clears your head? Next week you're being called to do more of that. Some of you exercise, some of you walks, some of you listening to music and dancing intuitively. It may be various techniques, various ways for you to access that clear thinking. With the Eight of Winter and this card, it is being highlighted way too much, meaning this is super, super important. Once you do access clear thinking, you may feel that, hey, the sky is opening up for you and the storm is gone. And then you're stepping into this Queen of Pentacles energy where you go, oh, shit, I have everything that I need and I'll have more. I know that I can have more. So for a lot of you, I feel like this Death card was long time coming, where a shift had to happen, but it's happening in your head next week. It's a lot to do with your mental state. It's a lot to do with your mentality on the perspective of life, how you also see yourself. Let's read about the Access Clear Thinking. Hello, Coco. Number 1. Develop objective thinking about your situation and find the best solution. To think deeply about something, you have to develop your powers of concentration and allow yourself the time to connect all the pieces of the puzzle together. Profound thinking requires you to ask important questions such as, how much time and energy do I have available during the day? And am I using my time in the most constructive ways possible? What is the most important thing to focus on today? You are being presented with some important decisions. This card asks you not to jump to conclusions based on your emotions. Instead, take the time to look at all the options and points of view available. Through this type of thinking, you will activate your highest intuitive faculties and will discover a new way to do things, a way you have not yet thought of. You are also being called to divide your thinking between everyday affairs as well as higher spiritual truths, which require you to expand your thinking into multidimensional thinking. I hope this made sense. Pile number 2, it is all about your head. Next week, let's focus on that. Once we have peace in our mind, this peace reflects everything that we do. Okay? Step into this inner child mode, go and play a little bit more, do something that you love, some sort of seeing hiking, tennis, exercise, something physical. I feel like is needed here because it allows you to get out of your head. It could also be a creative pursuit of some sort. You may want to paint, you may want to create something, do something with your hands. It is all helpful for you here. And so yeah, next week, don't get lost in your head, okay? If you feel like you are losing it a little bit, like, ugh, straight away, snatch out of it. How you can do that, again, do something that helps you. For some people, it may be playing music and tidying wardrobe, throwing away old stuff. And this is, feel like for pile 2 is being highlighted not only for the next 7 to 10 days. You may have noticed that you need to do more of that in the past couple of months. So this is just a reminder for you. Let's continue with pile 3. Let's study the desk. All right. On pile 3, let's see what we have for pile 3. You have the 3 of water, happy times. Okay. Your main tarot deck will be the Triple Goddess Tarot. Let's see what we got. Okay, the Animal Tarot, Prince of Summer. The Arcanic deck, looking at the underbelly. Rebecca Campbell's deck, Baby Steps. We have Solar Plexus. I'm going to translate this card for you because it's not in English. It has the light and dark aspects. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Good stuff here so far. We have the Fool. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Two of Swords. I want it to be reversed. We'll read it in reversal. I feel like I'm missing something else here. Wait, give me one sec. I need a couple of cards from the Tea Leaf Tarot. Let's grab it. Okay, someone may be just very random, I know, maybe dealing with a Leo or, let me adjust you slightly. Maybe dealing with a Leo or has very strong Leo placements themselves here. The signs don't really matter. It's just something that I'm picking up strongly. I only do that when I literally feel it in my gut. Okay, your light aspects next week and a half, meaning where your power lies, is in courage. We have courage right here, and we have courage with a Fool card. We have courage, we have stamina. We have healing, transformation, and renewal. Overall, just looking at your cards, this is very fresh type of energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you did something that you haven't done for a while next week. Something that gets you out of your routine, something that maybe you always wanted to try or do but you didn't have a chance. Overall, this is a good week for doing something that you are not doing very regularly, or something that you haven't done for a while but you always wanted to, ticking off boxes of what you, like your goals, something that I say one day I'm gonna do, your bucket list. The dark side of that card, though, is some of us can fall under that in a couple of days. It's not that you always have to sit in your power, right? We have strong emotional pain, suffering, trauma, agony, and self-destruction. So that would be something to watch. If you know that you have some self-destruction habits, and next week and a half, it's a good time for you to start maybe changing, even the slightest, those habits for something a bit more positive, a bit healthier. Though when I'm looking at your cards, I'm seeing that you're on top of the world with the Wheel of Fortune here. You're having fun. Next week you may expect going out. I'm seeing very tasty food. I'm seeing people wanting to go wine and dine. It's that type of energy. Now the confidence card says, trigger statement, I can't do that. True statement, I am a light. Step forward and be the bright light that you are. Serve your purpose to the world by sharing your amazing gifts. This is really important for Pile 3 because I feel like the world needs you. There is something particular that you're good at, that you may want to teach other people, that you may want to speak about, that you may want to share. And you know what I remembered of? This saying that I saw somewhere ages ago and I couldn't forget it. I'm going to try and quote it in the best way possible, but I'm not going to be exact. It says something along the lines of how beautiful would the world be if everyone young and old shared their skills with one another and taught one another. How interesting that would be, right? So your motto next week we're gonna have is sharing the skill set or the talent you have with some other people. And I really feel like some of you may want to do it online if you can't do it in your circle. Some of you may want to create a class and help people who are starting of doing something that you're already kind of good at. You don't have to be a master of it. That's not what I'm seeing here. You don't have to be a master, but you have to know the beginning steps in order, right beginning steps in order to teach someone. So some of you who already mastered this skill, you may want to do a little bit, course focusing on people who are stronger in that aspect and help them elevate to the next level, the next stage. I'm seeing next week you may feel that your intuition is leading the way. You may get a couple of downloads, especially if you're going to be visiting a place that you are not going to very frequently or it's new to you. It will come in the form of a thought, but it's going to come with a very strong following feeling that, damn, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I had to hear. This is exactly what I can use in my life. Prince of Summer is here, coming through with some romance. It says a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and take decisions with both your heart and your intellect. We're seeing a glimpse of romance here. I do see people socializing. It's a good time to meet people, especially if you're single. If you are in relationship, it's very likely you're gonna go on dates with your lover. It's a good time to dress up. It's a good time to wine and dine and do all of those great things. Next week, there may be a situation where you will be asking yourself a question. Hey, see, something is being offered to you. I'm going to be a bit vague here because a lot of you are dealing with different things. The main message here is do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, if you know that you deserve, I don't know, for example, a job that pays you that much, ask for a job or choose a job that pays you that amount of money. If, say, you're selling something, I don't know, on Instagram, you're creating something yourself, and someone says, damn, like, this is too expensive. If it's too expensive for them, it doesn't mean that other people won't buy it, okay? That's a reminder for some of you. Let's see what else. If you're going to deal with a situation where you will feel that you lack information or knowledge in that area, you need to know that there is a person that you can call who knows of it. So make a couple of phone calls and ask around. And you may be surprised because that person who knows about it may not be the first person you think of when you pick up your phone and you want to call someone. So a valuable information or advice, it's coming from a resource, a person who may be surprising to you that they even know about that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for pile number 3. Wait, since we have a bit of romance here, let's see what is happening in your love department. Let's pull a couple of more cards. In terms of relationship, whoever is in relationship, I'm seeing people talking about finances, discussing how tomorrow looks. Maybe talking about some sort of a business plan or creating like an Excel sheet where both of them are tracking their finances, maybe setting goals. Hey, this week we're both planning to make this amount of money. That week we gotta watch our budget. It's something to do with planning and budget that in some way makes these two people closer together and makes them feel stronger in terms of their goals and dreams. Okay, so that's what I got for pile number 3. Now we're gonna continue with your personal read. So let me tidy the desk. Okay. Let me have a sip of water. And let's get to the first person. First person we have is Linda. Let me find her question. Linda, can you send me a question again? I don't know why I'm going on a live chat and it's not showing me the part. I've seen your question before, but it's not showing me the part where you left on my laptop too, and I do have live chat setting. I'm sorry about that. It doesn't let me go all the way up for some reason. Hi, Crystal. It is $21.21. Look at the pinned comment or description box, whatever is better for you, per question in the live readings. I don't know why it does that. And Linda, are you still here? I'm gonna wait for Linda to type her question one more time. And I'm gonna go continue with the next in line. We have Desiree. Okay, Desiree, you booked 2 questions. All right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I keep saying the name. I first look at your names and then I look at the questions. That's why. Lemuria. Should I move out of state to further advance my career? Okay, let's see what we have. I'm gonna check and I'm gonna see how would your life be if you moved out of state, so that you can make that decision yourself. This is an important one. At the end of the day, be in charge. How would your life be if you moved out of state? Career-wise, let's look. How would it be career-wise if you moved out of state? First, not the career is coming through here. First, what's coming through is your emotions. There is sadness here because you gotta say bye to some people. It's overall just emotions that coming through first in terms of this travel. If you look at that plane over there, this always indicates for me the moving on, moving forward. So your heart may be a little bit sad for some time, but what do we need to know about the career? If you moved out of state, if you moved out of state, and at the end, would you be happy with this decision? Would you be happy with this decision? Okay. If you moved, what's the best advice for you? You know what? This feels like there is still unfinished business where you're at now. I wouldn't advise you moving now. Yes, you have a chance to move. Now, how would it be? The first half a year may be quite stressful for you, okay? And of course, this is normal, changes, blah, blah, blah. But I do see that you would have to be prepared for this, also mentally, and toughen up a little bit so that this change would be a little bit less impactful on your body. I do see that you would meet a lot of people there. I do see you working in a team. I do see that in the long run you would be happy with that decision. You'd be happy. Looking back, if you moved, you would be happy. The thing is here, though, I don't feel like it's the right time just yet. I feel like there is still some sort of unresolved business or something that you gotta finish, something that needs to be done, or you yourself have to prepare yourself a little bit more for that move. Pretty straightforward. Let me look at the chat. Can you hear me, guys, well? Because the chat was frozen while no one is commenting for some time, so I just want to make sure. Awesome, thank you. Okay, let's see. If you decided to move, what needs to be looked at? What needs to be taken care of here? Something that you may need to work on a little bit more. I do say an influential person is going to be a male who may be helping you out. It may not make sense to you just yet because we're talking about the future. Yeah, I talked about your body and I talked about you having to be prepared. So that is the first thing. The second thing, I do see that you would be successful because you are being shown in that period very motivated and driven, and your hard work is what is getting you all of the bonuses and all of the good feedback from the environment. Meaning, I'm seeing a golden egg here. That you will be rewarded for that hard work. That this is not gonna go just to the gutter. That yes, in the long run you are sitting in that chariot, you're taking charge of your life, and you're like, shit, I am happy. The sun card is here. I want to dance. But the beginning of it, I feel like the first half a year or so, or maybe the first year, feels to be a little bit intense here. And yes, all of these changes like that are intense, but this feels like your cards basically asking you not to burn out. Okay? You will work hard, you will get what you want, but don't burn out. And in terms of planning and what you need to pay attention to, I feel like you'll be pretty set. I don't feel like there is anything that I need to warn you of here. You're pretty good at planning and strategizing, so that's not an issue. Okay. Anything in terms of your career? Anything else? Okay, one thing to watch out for is people who are very greedy. And I don't know exactly why just yet I'm not being shown because some of the events haven't taken place, but you will know. You will know who that person may be. This is not the person for you to be in a very close contact with. Yes, you can talk to them in a professional way, but I don't feel like you need to involve yourself with them if you can. In terms of elevating your career, yeah, you're building yourself up. You are building yourself up, and I feel like you needed this fresh start per se for some time now. It is going to come sooner or later, even if you don't decide to move within this year. I feel like you're gonna move anyways at some point. Does that make sense? In need of freshness. In need of freshness. And opportunities. Okay. Lemuria question 2. Is Ronnie in love with me and is he ready to commit? Let's see. What do we need to know in terms of Ronnie's feelings towards you? I don't feel like this person is ready to commit just yet. But what I do see here is that this person has a lot of fun with you. If they could talk, they would say, damn, it's a lot of fun to be around you. I do have fun with you. I like the energy that you bring in. This person really likes to hang, let's say hang with you. This is someone who's being shown who's very passionate in general, very fiery individual. Let's see a little bit more about them right now. And stubborn, let me tell you. Stubborn. Yeah, see, every time I'm asking, is this person ready to commit? No, they are on hold. Not just yet. Nope. Um, in terms of love, and I'm not asking the cards, does this person have a crush on you? This person is really interested in you, but I want to dive deeper. Does this person actually love you? No, for this person, it would take more time to love you, and I'm talking about the mature love. You know, not the beginning stages, unicorns and butterflies. For this person, it will require a bit more time to fall in love. So this may have not taken, so much time for you two to be together. Or in general, this person may tend to be a bit slower. This person in general is being shown as slow to commit. They do feel very happy around you though. They feel fired up. It feels like in some way you're able to charge their energy reservoir, if that makes sense, resources. You fire them up. Anything else in terms of the feelings? Yeah, I see they're not here, they're not there. You have two cards over here that are talking about, I don't know exactly where I'm at. Meaning that this person hasn't made a decision. And I don't feel like they will make this decision anytime soon with the hangman, because this is the drag of time. Any advice for you in terms of this situation? Any advice for you? How should you approach this situation? Mm-hmm. How should you approach this situation? Have fun, your cards are saying. Listen, have fun, be curious, look at what this person does. Be a bit more observing in terms of this person's actions, because all the answers are in the actions. You're being invited to have a bit more fun, not to overthink this too much, otherwise you may feel that you're like, I don't know. You may create like a negative, emotion connected to this. Have fun. Mm-hmm. Anything else? By the way, I know this is random, not connected to your question, but you were entering a lucky stage, season of your life. You may notice that starting around June or July, this is the time for you to go out there, claim what is yours. This is the time for you to go and live, but actually like live your life. Do more of the things that you love doing. I don't know why I'm seeing you in the water, in the sea, hands in the air, laughing. Like that's what kind of energy I'm sensing here. But yeah, in terms of this person, they haven't made that decision. I don't feel like they will in the recent future, in the near future. But you do make this person very happy. You do. This person is being shown as the Knight of Wands. So this is not the most committed person, right? At this energy, particularly at this time. So this person may just want, at this time to just see how things go. Now, for you, if that is fine, then it's perfectly fine. But if you're looking for serious commitment, I feel like you're going to have a chat with this person, or really sit down and see what you want to do about this. Okay? Oh, Linda, hello. Thank you for typing again. That's what I got. I hope this cleared some things up for you. And I don't know where you're from, but for us, July, June, these are the months of the summer. And I feel like the summertime for you is a time when your lucky streak is happening. Okay, Linda. I'm wondering whether I need to rent out. I read your the before message as well. Rent out 1 or 2 of my bedrooms if my present compensation will be sufficient. Advice. First thing first, Linda, you're stretching yourself too thin here. Is there anyone else that can help you out with this? Because I'm not seeing that this is something that you're supposed to be doing only on your own 100%. This is too heavy only for you to be dealing with. The resources also have to come from some other streams that not only you have to think of, but some other people who may be connected to this, or some people who are connected to him. How will it be once he goes to Thailand for you? Yeah, again, teamwork here. You see, in order for this to go smoothly, for you, I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you here. In order for you to go for this to go smoothly for you, there needs to be some sort of collaboration, asking for someone for help or additional stream of income or help. If I were you, I would be looking for other ways how you can take some of the load off of your shoulders so that it's not only you. You may say right now, hey, I have no clue, but really dig a bit deeper. Take out your journal, see what could be done in order for this to be easier on you, because this is not a fair situation with the 7 of Swords. Okay, would you have to rent out I feel like you need extra, but it's not really you. Yeah, it's not really you that you need that. Is your son helping you out with this or helping himself at all here? Because this whole situation, it feels like it's too much reliant on only you, and there needs to be someone else who's helping out here. Because I do see stress, I do see unnecessary load of stress on your shoulders in this case. And you already have a lot on your plate in terms of your emotions, in terms of what's happening in your head, I'm seeing here. think of some other ways how this could be done, because I do see that you may need more. If you're just thinking about this only from those options, in terms of the compensation, I feel like you will find that you will need more. Yes, of course, if you want to, you can rent, but I don't feel like this is fair. It just, the whole reading doesn't feel like it's fair. I feel like it's too much that someone has to deal with, work their ass off, and take care of a lot of things, and it's just like you need to seek for help, but this person also has to do that in order to make changes for the better. Yes, the cards are just confirming what I'm talking about. I feel like, yeah, you need to talk to the sun, how both of you, because the collaboration needs to happen here. Both of you can make this happen, not only you. Okay? Not only you. Do you feel like whenever you talk to him, does it feel like it's only up to you? Because it shouldn't be like this. Your cards are saying, pointing this out. So the best thing to do is to talk to each other and figure this out together. I feel like if it's only compensation, I don't feel like you would be happy with the amount. Yes, a possibility is being shown here to rent it out, but the whole ambience of the home changes, and I feel like this is not fair. So that's what I have for you. I keep repeating this because of how strongly I feel this. Try and sit down with them, because I'm not seeing you in the picture here as someone who has to, do everything. I do see a man, though, who has to involve himself a little bit more in this. Okay? Honestly, I don't know why I just want to give you a massive hug right now. A massive, massive hug. Okay, at the end of this all, how will it go for you? Yeah, it's heavy, man. The changes have to happen. They have to happen right now. Okay, otherwise you feel defeated here. And you need, again, the same cards are coming through. You need to collaborate with someone. That's what cards keep bringing up here. It has to be team effort in order to make those changes. And I really don't like the Seven of Swords. There is something that you are not talking about with him, or something that is not being highlighted that needs to come to the surface and be very clear. Okay? So hopefully this goes well for you and you do sort this out. I believe so. And I hope that this was beneficial. Alright guys, let's see. We finished Lemuria's and Linda's readings. Great. I don't have too many of you here today, even though I like having all of you if I could. I do readings for all of you, but I have to run because I have to do Patreon readings now. And I'm leaving, by the way, if anyone will be thinking of booking a reading, I'm leaving. I'm going to be away between 17th to 24th. I'm taking some time off, so I will not be doing lives during that time. I will probably not be doing even the 7th day prediction. I'll see if I'll able to find time to do that before I go. I will, but I do have the hypno sessions and everything else planned before. Probably I won't push myself too hard. I will come back with your readings once I am back from holiday. Okay? So thank you for being here, and I will see you all in the next one.